gonna keep it 100, Mother Flowers. This is take number 2 of this week's episode of the T-Mail Podcast, episode 247. Mother Flowers, it is June 22nd, 2018. My birthday's almost here. 5 days from today, Mother Flowers. Holy crap. I am so looking forward to turning 28 years old, Mother Flowers. I kid you not. But as always, thank you all for tuning in live every single fucking week, Mother Flowers. You guys are so fucking awesome. And I am not alone here. I'm joined here by 2 awesome Mother Flowers here. I'm here joined by 2 awesome Mother Flowers, like I said. Mother Flower number 1, Walter. How the fuck you been, buddy?
I've been okay. Like I said, yeah, you said this was take 2. So it feels like it. But yeah, I'll just say it. You know, I'm dealing with a swollen eye. But it should get better, you know, hopefully. I'm ready to do the show anyway.
Yeah. Big Mike, what about you, buddy? How the fuck you been? Big Mike for the Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show.
Yeah, I've been good.
Alright, he's been good. Short to the point. Yeah, I've been good, bruh. I've been good.
That's how it should be, short too.
I've been good too. I've been good too, bruh. You know what I'm saying, bruh? I've been too good, bruh. Mother Flower.
Have you?
Ah, man. Allergy be kicking my ass though, bruh. But for real though, bruh. I turned 28 in like 5 days, dude. I'm nervous as shit.
Damn, you old as fuck. No,
I'm old as fuck, bro. Bro,
that's not old.
I'm old as fuck. Who the fuck are you trying to kid right now? I'm old as fuck right now, bro.
I mean, you probably felt old when you were 22, 23.
Oh, bro, I wish I was 23 again. What? You know what's funny though, bro? People be guessing my age and shit. Like, oh, how old are you? 18, 19? Like, oh, thank you, but no, I'm actually 27. Look at me.
Well, you definitely look younger than your age. So that's good.
Got that baby face, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
I do too, so it's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
People still think I'm in high school. So
I wish, bro, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Sometimes I wish I was still in high school, yo. For real, bro.
Sometimes
I wish I still was in high school sometimes.
Yeah, I like to forget about high school.
I hear you, man.
I had my fun moments in high school, but
oh, bro, the goodies.
The rest of that shit they can have.
Cookies 3 for $1 in the lunchroom. What? Shut up and take my fucking money, yo. Shut up and take my fucking money. So, like I said earlier, this was our take 2 of the show. Reason being because we were such on a roll on Mixler. And thank you to our longtime listener, longtime fan of the show, Michael Corvin, for letting me know in the chat about apparently you guys were not being able, I guess you guys weren't being heard via the playback. So if you guys can, Walter and Mike, Walter and Mike as well, just check that out.
My breath.
Check that out, yeah. Check it out. Again, we were such on a fucking roll. And we're not gonna lie to you guys. We're not gonna lie to you guys, Mother Flowers. We're not gonna lie, okay? We're not in the political business. We don't lie. We're not in Congress, all right? So if you get device is ready, okay. MTP is ready to go. Okay, thank you for letting me know, MTP. All right, fucking hell, all right. But let me know. Can y'all be heard though? Guys, talk something for a little bit. Wait for the playback and shit. Let me know.
Yeah, that's my phone. I'm just searching it up right now. So
there you go.
Hopefully I'm able to hear myself.
There you go. It is what it is. But
yeah, I hear Walter, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. Yeah, we're good. So, guys, thank you all for tuning in this week. This is available live every single week on Mixler. Also, this podcast is available on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/KeelSteven. You can also check out this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, PODBEAN, and we have a new platform where this podcast will be available every single week. So the T-Mail Podcast, moving forward, will also be available over at Spotify. So I know a lot of you Mother Flowers use Spotify to listen to music, to listen to podcasting, mostly music though. I know Walter uses Spotify. I have a lot of friends that use Spotify. Literally, Spotify replaced Pandora, and in true facts, I still use Pandora. Right? Don't ask me why, but I just still do.
Doesn't it have unlimited skips now? So is that why?
Well, I found a way to get through to surpass that. If you don't,
no, I thought it was already like they changed it like legally. Now you can get unlimited skips because I don't know.
I don't know either. But point is, though, I know a lot of you folks use Pandora to listen to podcasts.
Who the hell still uses Pandora? Let's be honest.
I'm talking about Spotify. I'm a Spotify. Okay, a lot of you motherfuckers use Spotify to listen to podcasts. All right. So a couple months ago, I filled out a form through PodBean to get this available on Spotify. It took a while for them to respond. I shit you not. Right. So a couple days ago, I'm on the Gmail account from where this podcast is available from. Right. And I checked through some of the emails, and I see that we've been approved. So now the podcast is on Spotify. I don't know how long it's been that way, though. I have no idea. But here we are, motherflowers. Yeah, so there you go. Thank you all for making this possible. You guys are fucking awesome. The way I look at it is, the more platforms that we're at, like iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, at one time, we were on Spreaker. At one time, we were on SoundCloud. But hey, things happen. But again, the more places that we're at, especially the big ones, it's a win for us, and it's a win for everyone else that listen to the show. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? So thank you all for making this possible. You guys are awesome, awesome fucking motherflowers. Anywho, guys, this week has been a lot of stuff to get into. There's been a lot of stuff to get into this week as a whole, right? This week alone, the wrestling world has lost one of its favorite big men of all time. That is Vader, formerly known as Big Van Vader. Such a sad. Apparently, yeah, he passed away almost 2 days ago.
Well, he originally passed away on Monday, but they didn't announce it until Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, fair play. So he passed away on Monday, like Mike said, and we found out about it Tuesday. So Leon White, better known as Big Van Vader, passed away at age 63. That's to me, that's still like a young age to really go out, in my honest opinion. Would you agree with that? Yeah,
man, 60 is a very relatively young age to pass away in your later years, but really, really going to be missed. One of the top big guys in this sport, in this business of professional wrestling that we all love. He's going to be truly missed.
Exactly, man. Former WCW world champion. I knew at one time he was the IWGP champion. I could be wrong on that. He was in All Japan. Again, just a guy that, again, like you said, Mike, for a big guy, he was really ahead of his time. And I'll be real with you, as a kid, watching some of his stuff in WCW and even parts of WWE, I didn't really catch much of his Japan stuff. I really should. I should go back and watch some of his Japan stuff, because, again, his stuff in Japan was so underrated, right? And I remember as a kid being scared of him, yeah. I was so petrified of Vader as a kid. And it's funny because I remember during WrestleMania weekend in Dallas, right, where me, Connor, and Matt went. So we're at Access, and a lot of people who went to Access or WrestleCon and stuff like that were doing a lot of cosplay, right? And this one guy did a cosplay of Vader, and I remember I think it's a picture on my Instagram where I did like an MMA, like boxing face-off with Vader. I shit you not.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like, what was the picture like? Was he like the WCW version of Vader when he had that big monstrosity on his head and shoulders?
Nah, just a WWF version. WWE version, if you will.
Okay.
But
I like the WCW version of Vader.
I think everyone did. Oh my God, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's good. It's good. I was done.
No, I feel like you're gonna say something else, but.
Oh, no. I was done. Yeah.
Walter, what about you, bro?
Yeah, it was probably the WCW one's probably the most memorable one for Vader. His most memorable run. You don't want to really remember the WWF one, but yeah, he was. For a guy his size, he was really good, pretty athletic. You know, when he did the moonsault, I was just like, God damn, guy his size does the moonsault. But yeah, he had a legendary run. Former WCW champion, so he did have some good feuds on WCW, because, like I said, WWF's nothing really to really remember about. But nonetheless, he had a nice career. I think, yeah, like you said, 63 is a little too young. He already had his health problems, but at least he's in a better place now. But yeah, we'll definitely miss him.
Absolutely. I mean, now again, I think it's great that a lot of wrestling personalities are going out of their way and give their thoughts on Vader, Big Van Vader, however you want to refer to him as. I know people that still call him Big Van Vader, which is fine. You know what I mean? To me, he's Vader, but Big Van Vader is fine as well. I get it, he's more known as Big Van Vader. Right? Yeah. But point of the matter is, like, yeah, I think it's great that a lot of wrestling personality that have been around with them over the years are paying their respects, which at this time you should be doing. Okay? But at the same time, what really irks me, especially now, I get this happens every single time someone dies, right? You get that one jabroni that gets so upset that WWE didn't induct them in the Hall of Fame before they died. Granted, should they been? Absolutely. But I feel like if you're one of these people, right? If you're one of these people that are gonna go out of your way and say, "Oh, F you WWE for not putting you in the Hall of Fame. How dare you?" and go on a fucking rant. Listen, you're picking the wrong time to fucking do it. That's all I'm saying. You're picking the wrong time to fucking do it. It should not be about you. By no means at all. It's not about you right now. It's about paying respects, honoring the life and legacy of, like we said, arguably one of the best big men that the industry has seen, and that being Vader. There's a time and place, I feel like, where we can make that discussion about Hall of Fame and should he be in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. He should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Should he have been when he was alive? Of course he had. Of course he should have been. There's a list of numerous wrestlers. There's a list of numerous wrestlers out there that have passed away that WWE should have inducted before they passed away. We can go all day talk about that. You know what I mean? But you kind of get the idea. Yeah,
I completely agree. It's kind of, we agree, like, yeah, he should have been in the Hall of Fame. They probably should have done either last year or the year before. He did the speech and he kind of, talked about himself a little bit, like you said. But it happens. Some people just aren't put in the Hall of Fame right away, like you said. Some people just get inducted after they die. But yeah, right now I think it's just best not to speak about it. It's best to just remember his memory, and maybe later down the line, obviously he'll be inducted in a year or two, and then it'll be a good moment. It's just, I don't like when we focus too much on a negative. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate, but we shouldn't be like completely shitting on WWE for that. There's other things to shit about them, to talk shit about them, but not that. I mean, it's not really necessary.
Absolutely, yeah, and I agree with you on that, Walt, 100%. And it's crazy, again, end of the day, should he have gone in? Absolutely. Like, I remember being there in Dallas, WrestleMania 32 weekend, right? Me, Connor, and Matt, we go to the Hall of Fame, because we did the trial package, right? And the Hall of Fame tickets were included in the package. And keep this in mind, the Hall of Fame ceremony, and I said this story numerous before, and I'll say it again anyway. The Hall of Fame ceremonies are long. I'm talking hours long, right? So you're sitting there for all these hours of hearing person after person from yesteryear discussing about how it was back in the old days, and just giving their thoughts, talking, paving way, showing respect. But you can't get the idea, right? And I remember Vader was there to induct Stan Hansen because, again, they had a feud in Japan back in the day for, I believe, All Japan it was, or New Japan, one or the other. Again, I wasn't familiar with the stuff from Japan, as I should be, but again, things happen. And I remember him going on and on and on, and again. And Matt and Connor could tell you the story as well. I remember throughout the whole ceremony, I was just falling asleep. Because again, this went on for so long. And I remember seeing Vader there. And again, I know Walter was saying this off the air. It's like he was there almost putting himself over. And again, to each their own, But thank you, Vader, for the memories. When I was a kid, you scared the living hell out of me. as a kid. I ain't gonna lie about that. But again, I feel like now he's in a better place. And right now, like I said, let's honor the memory. Let's show our respects. Arguing, complaining right now, it's not the time. And again, it's not about you at this point in juncture. Anything you both want to add before we move on to our next topic here?
No, man, everything's pretty much said well. I have nothing to say.
Yeah, just he'll be always remembered. That's about it.
All right. Before we move on, we want to give also a big congratulations to our good buddy, our pal, my brother from another mother, my favorite mother flower, Connor, aka OKFabe, for the success that he's had on his YouTube channel, everything on social media, but especially now because he's gonna have his own show on Fight TV, I believe, on Fight, literally. It's so amazing for him. So he's going to be launching the OKFabe show over on the Fight Network. I'm so happy for him. I'm really, really am. To see a guy who's come such a long way, and he's still, again, no matter where he's worked, who he's worked, whether it be with One Wrestling, with Joe Cronin, with Foul Mouth Network, you kind of get the idea, right? He is still the cool person that he is when I met him years ago. And words can't describe how happy I am for him. Not only with that, but the success of the Random Wrestling Podcast that you can catch every single weekend on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/OKFaber. Again, his shows are fucking amazing. And I cannot wait to see what the fuck he's going to do over there on Fight. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Oh yeah, dude. He's one of the only ones, like very few, in terms of YouTube creators or in general in the YWC internet community that I watch, and yeah, he's dedicated to it. He puts in the work and he's entertaining at the same time. That's I'm not saying it's a rare thing, but the way he does it, it's special. He gets people getting people to see him, and now he's going to be on Fight TV. That's huge, and yeah, I mean, we're all happy for him. Definitely couldn't have happened to a better man. He definitely deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I had the opportunity to know him in person. Spend the weekend with him in Brooklyn for SummerSlam weekend. Spend a whole weekend as well in Dallas. Got drunk as all hell. Remember the fucking broken chair?
You fucking got drunk.
Dude, it happens. It will probably happen again, though. It's going to happen again in Brooklyn. It's going to happen again. But yeah, man, huge congrats to him, guys. If you haven't yet, go show him love over on his Twitter at OKFabe. Let him know, again, congratulations. And check out his show when it drops over on Fight. All right, Mother Flowers? Or else. Or if not, check him tomorrow on the Random Wrestling Podcast live on his YouTube channel at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of fun stuff to happen. Moving right along here in the world of professional wrestling, Mother Flowers, because again, it's that Mother Flower kind of day. It looks like Big CASS, man. Big fucking CASS.
Big ass.
God. Big ass, Mother Flowers.
William Morrissey.
Man, look how things just change, yo, in just an instant, bro. I tell you.
He was all the way, well, he wasn't all the way in the top, but he was going to be all the way. His potential was so high.
So, Tuesday, when the news came out, Walter, what are you going to say, bro?
No, I was just going to say, his potential was so high, and then, boom, it's gone. That's all.
So, apparently, this is what is being said now. I guess there's more reasoning to what. So Tuesday, early Tuesday afternoon, while I was at work, the news came out that Big CASS got released by WWE. Now, you all remember, right? This past Sunday was Money in the Bank, right? And Big CASS kicked off the show with Daniel Bryan. Now, I said this in my review. I thought the Cass and Bryan match was better than their Backlash match. All right. That being said, Cass to me was still green as all shit. Okay. And then Tuesday, I'm at work. I go on my lunch break. Right. I am eating freaking taco that this girl brought me from, I guess it was Taco Bell or some shit like that. And next thing you know, I go on my smartphone and I see the news that Big Cass was released from WWE. And keep this in mind, apparently, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is weird, right? 'Cause think about this, right? Out of all the people to be released right now, Big Cass is like, right? Can you think about this? Yeah, he was feuding with Bryan. It looked like the feud was over with already, but you just don't think Cass would get released. He'll probably move on to something else, what have you. But apparently, from what I heard, right, there was a meeting held that day. To discuss, I guess, about Big Cass. I guess Vince held this meeting, and it was decided there to just have him be released. Apparently, Vince and Cass had this meeting that lasted like 3 minutes or so, right? And it was then and there where they chose to let him go. Apparently, he had a lot, and I mean a lot, of backstage heat. Now, listen, it's kind of ironic that him and Enzo are let go almost for like the same reason, like a lot of heat backstage, right? But you look at the two, it looked like Cass is the more calmer, the more chilled out of the two. You know what I mean?
It looks, but once you dig up the backstage stuff,
yeah, bruh.
I think that's worse than Enzo.
Yeah, this the laundry list of things that this guy did. It's just
flower. So there's apparently we're not just talking about the stuff that happened a couple months ago during the build up of freaking Backlash, right, where they used a mini Daniel Bryan and Cass went off script. Remember all that? Like Cass went off script, and apparently he decided to beat the fuck out of the little Bryan instead of just punching and shit like that, right? Which led to which again got people pissed off backstage about what happened, right?
He wasn't supposed to do it in the first place. He wasn't,
but
he was trying to get permission from Vince, and he said no, so he screwed the boss.
Yeah, he screwed the boss over. And then there's been talk about him being intoxicated, being, I guess, under the influence. I guess during the European tour, I think it was, where he smashed over like a bus door, like the bathroom of the bus door, something like that, right?
Yeah. He thought he was getting pranked, and he's known to be claustrophobic among the superstars in the back. So he thought he was getting pranked. So the lock was messed up already. So when he was trying to get out, it wouldn't open. So he knocked the door off his hinges, and everybody had to embarrassingly use the bathroom with the open door.
Can you imagine that? Like, you know what's funny, dude? I remember going to... I can relate to this shit. I remember in school, right? Like, this was like back in... I want to say sophomore year. Sophomore fucking year. Oh, shit. This is so funny. So, we had this big guy, right? Fat guy, right? Imagine someone, Carl Winslow, but taller, right? In our class. But the thing was, he was a wimp. He was a fucking wimp. So, I remember this was wood shop class. Yeah, we took like a wood shop class, whatever it was, right? Yeah. And I remember the kid, there's like in the classroom, there's like this closet, right? That there's a closet and shit. You had to get the tools and utensils from, right? During the course. And I guess someone threw his hat into the closet. He went to get it. And they locked the door. They locked him in the closet, right? So you can hear him just, get me out, open the door. And he's a big guy too, right? And he goes to run. He breaks the door, right? He falls with the door, right? And I'm not trying to knock him while he's down and shit, but it was just so hilarious. And the teacher's like, you fucking idiot. You didn't realize the fucking lock switch was inside where you were at this whole fucking time? I kid you not, yo, what the fuck?
Fucking moron.
Oh my god. So the point is, though, Yeah, that's to be so embarrassing. Like, can you imagine like them? Can you imagine fucking? I don't fucking know. Who was on the SmackDown roster? Who's like a big fuck? Can you imagine Big E taking a massive shit, right? He has to sit there on the
but
bus.
This was sort of like everybody though, because Raw and SmackDown was on that trip.
Oh man, so you already know. I am Kira Elias. I gotta tell you now, I'm the monster remote. Can you imagine that? Like,
and the females too, man. That's gotta be awkward.
Oh, bro. See Nia Jax? Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Nah, I want to imagine that.
Oh, yeah. She's not like most girls, I tell you. She's not like most girls. Oh, shit. We're going to hell. We're going to hell. So, all that happened, and what I guess was the final straw that brought the camel's back. As you all know, Carmella, the current SmackDown Women's Champion, at one time dated Big Cass.
I forgot about that.
Apparently, last week, the last straw that broke the last straw was an incident involving former girlfriend Carmella. They were told that he went up to her, and according to a well-placed source, okay, keep this in mind, he called the scene while asking her to forgive him, right? Apparently, hopes for reconciliation. Carmella tried to walk off, but he grabbed her by the arm, and the wrestlers in the area stepped in. And apparently the Usos and Eric Rowan were the one that got Cass to back away. And once the word got to management, a call was made to fire him. Vince McMahon called Cass into a room and broke the news to him hours before SmackDown went live in Toledo, Ohio. So that was it. And again, you didn't think about it, right? And I understand, like, hey, they both own a house together. They own a house together. They're gonna get married, right? And
was this part of Double Divas or something?
No, I guess this was,
just bought a house.
They bought a house together. They bought a house together. I think in Nashville or some shit like that, or New York.
Yeah, this rumor was like last year. I remember everybody had this. They posed a picture in front of the house, and like a couple weeks later, they broke up after his injury.
Yeah. They own a house together and shit. And now, again, when when you're in love will make you do stupid shit. This is the point I'm trying to say. Make you buy a fucking house with somebody without putting the fucking ring on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least get a fucking kid from this shit. You know what I mean? He's gonna buy a fucking house with the girl. Point is, though, love will make you do stupid shit. Period. And I guess, hey, maybe Cass thought there's still hope, and maybe I think the approach was wrong. The approach I felt like was right, because you think about it, right? Have I been in arguments with previous girlfriends before? Absolutely. Have I put my hands on her? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Have I broken up with women before? Of course, duh. No shit. Point is, though, if you're gonna try to get back with somebody or be back in their good graces and shit, you're not just gonna go and just beg, please take me back. No, that's not how this shit works. You gotta slowly, and it seems like, and I know it seems like I'm giving a fucking how to get back with your girl lesson and shit, but I'm not.
Oh yeah.
But obviously, you gotta work your way around it. Start off as a friend, talk to the person, hey. Shit like that, and you build yourself around that. No, this motherflower decided, please take me back. Please take me back. Look here, Carmella. I want you back. Because you're a little girl, and I'm a big man. I'm 7 foot tall. And you cannot teach that. You just imagine, I'm just imagining shit right now.
Did you hear about the other stuff other than the Carmella stuff?
About him being drunk?
No, not that stuff. Like in the business, like him and Kevin Dunn and the promos that he was cutting on SmackDown, how he was going off script and got a writer fired. because of that.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, Vince thought those promos were so bad, he fired the writer associated with it.
That's sad, bro. You know
what too? Fired.
And you know what's funny?
He was never comfortable on the mic. Yeah, why would he go off script? Like, even I understand sometimes you need to go off script, but he's that bad that even when he went off script, I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, and it was so long too.
It was just too long. That I think if he shortened it up, got to the point, kind of like what I want with Roman Reigns. You know, get to the point. Don't make stuff long for no reason. This guy didn't do that. He was just saying some random nonsense. It just didn't feel natural. He still was green pretty much overall.
Yeah.
And it's just now hearing all this stories backstage, like, god damn, what a mess.
You know what? Now
he's gone now, so
he's gone. Yeah, obviously he's gone. I bet again. Then here's my thing, right? Now, if you're WWE, yes, I get it. Yes, CASS has a lot of is responsible for what the fuck you did. I know, put the blame on all the fuck you want, but in some way, shape, or form, you have to put the blame on WWE here, because if you know that these two guys were going through shit, right? Why not this whole time, right? Hey, why not have CASS on Raw and Carmella on SmackDown? Keep these two away from each other on separate shows. That way, you avoid all this shit.
But what if they didn't know?
Still, bro, like, come on. Obviously, come on, bro. It's out there.
But what if out of the blue he just did this?
Come on, they made it public before. They bought a house together. They were
on separate shows, and then they decided to bring CASS to SmackDown. I don't know.
She was on SmackDown and he was on Raw feuding with Enzo, and then he got injured, and then they brought him to SmackDown.
Yeah, but bro, come on, they bought a house together.
That's why I thought they were still together, to be honest, because I was like, wait a minute, he's with. I didn't really hear the breakup rumor like that. I guess I was just not paying attention.
Oh yeah, because it was like sudden. It was like, snap, they broke up. That's bad.
So in other words, they're both homeowners. They own a house. I don't know who's doing the payment. I don't know how that's just working out. But hey, you both own a house together. It's like when you have a kid. Hey, we have a kid. Me and this girl, we got a kid. We're not together anymore. But guess what? That chick is gonna be the biggest pain in my ass until the kid turns 18 years old. Or
so who lives in that home then?
I think it's Carmella.
Probably Carmella, yeah, because she was the breadwinner out of both of them.
Yeah. You know what's funny, bro? You know what's funny? Out of the three, right? The three of them.
The three?
Enzo? Out of CASS, Enzo, Carmella. Who the fuck would have thought? Who the fuck would have thought that Carmella would be the sole survivor?
Yeah, I thought she'd be gone, to be honest, when they sent her by herself.
Yeah.
She still could have been gone. I mean, she needs Ellsworth, clearly. And I'm glad she got him. But either way, it's still working. So I mean, Enzo, breaking up Enzo and CASS was dumb. That's the end of the story.
Yeah,
they probably would have got fired, but
yeah, no,
they would have got fired.
Didn't touch tag team gold in both NXT and the main roster was just get away with murder.
But the Hardys kind of ruined the.
Yeah, apparently
it did.
Yeah, because apparently they're supposed to win at WrestleMania 33 in that ladder match. It's supposed to be them, but apparently when the Hardys came back, plans changed. Which is unfortunate, because again, it's very unfortunate, because again, they're a tag team that always had plans changed against them, and I understand that. Now, that being said, I remember when CASS and Enzo were feuding, right? They had the whole thing of who attacked CASS or who attacked Enzo, right? In the episode of Raw where Corey Graves got involved, they showed the camera video image, like a video clip, whatever the fuck it was, of CASS did it to himself, and the day that CASS turned on Enzo started crying and shit. In the promo, CASS said he's the future of the WWE. He's where the money's at. Right?
Yeah. I remember that.
Look at all, and then now, he's gone. He's done. Now, it's funny because House of Glory, right? House of Glory is an indie promotion here in the New York area, right? They're having a show, I want to say, on August, let me see here, You go on the Instagram. On the gram.
I thought it was November.
No. So, yeah, obviously, there's a no-compete clause on him, I believe. I don't fucking know, but hey, it is what it is. So House of Glory is having a show on August 17th, literally SummerSlam weekend, called High Intensity 7, right? So the day that CASS got released by WWE, right, they're literally posting on their Instagram, breaking news, the picture of a breaking news image, right, on Instagram. House of Glory Wrestling has signed a former WWE talent for in-ring action on August 17th, High Intensity 7. Tickets available now. Literally, that's SummerSlam week. Keep this in mind. Guess who's also booked for that show?
Who?
Enzo Amore.
Real one. That's right. SummerSlam week.
So that's not Enzo, the one they're bringing back? Enzo's already advertised?
They announced Enzo ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So imagine that. Enzo and CASS.
Enzo and CASS on the indies now?
Well, listen, bro. I'm going to say this now, bro. SummerSlam weekend, we got to go to this show, bro.
To see Enzo and CASS?
I got to see this shit. I got to see this.
Rejects? You want to see
this
two
shit, bro.
rejects?
They wasn't rejects when they was in NXT.
Word. Everybody loved them at NXT. Even
well, that's why NXT is like an indie plus type of environment.
Especially when they were feuding with the Revival too. It brought the grit out of them.
That's some indie stuff right there. But poor Revival. But
yeah, poor them too. Jesus Christ.
It's the injuries that messed them up. That's what it was.
This is what Mars Mayhem writes here. That's Dave Sack. CASS seems like he could have turned into a future wife beater. So the order of how good the soft trio were is Carmella, then Enzo, then CASS. Kind of true. CASS was acting like not just that there was a situation where CASS was acting like a jealous ex when he caught her talking to a friend who is one of the commentators from 205 Live. He confronted the guy with threats. I didn't know that either. Probably Victor Joseph. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Vic Joseph can pull Carmella. That's a
man.
That's sad, bro.
Come on. I don't blame CASS for getting mad, but damn. If that dude is pulling it off, then shit.
Anybody can pull that off.
And apparently there was even a heated argument with Sami Zayn. You hear about
that? That was years of build up from both of them because of politically.
NXT?
Yeah, politically. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, because CASS, you gotta understand, Big CASS is a Trump supporter.
Oh, yeah. Political was. That's the only reason why he stayed for that long. I think it's because Vince liked that he was a Trump supporter.
Yeah, but he was like real vocal.
That must be fucking annoying.
He even made comments about Muslims and stuff. And Sami Zayn is obviously a Muslim, so
yeah, that ain't gonna get you locker room.
And Sami Zayn is like respected in the back, so that's like fighting the dumbest fight of all time.
Wow, so no one pretty much after Enzo, like no one liked Enzo backstage. I'm pretty sure no one liked Big CASS after that.
You know what's funny? Like, yo, real talk, I always thought this whole time, right? I always thought this whole time that, hey, Big CASS was like the chill one out of the two.
Hell
right?
It sure looked that way. If y'all seen the Breaking Ground,
that would keep Enzo in check, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the Breaking Ground stuff back in the day, like when they first.
Yeah, I saw it.
Remember when they were on there?
Yeah, they were.
And Enzo,
when they got called up and all that.
Yeah, that was like, man, I was like, he's really chill, but I guess not. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's on the cameras and.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Johnny Manziel, which is a weird comparison, but Johnny Manziel, yeah, he was chill on the cameras, knew what to say, but off the field,
oh man. Yeah. Moving along here, because again, it's gonna be a short show. Okay, moving along here. Sami Zayn is going to be out of action until 2019 with 2 torn rotator cuffs.
As much as I don't like him, that's unfortunate.
So this was breaking. So again, this was like yesterday. I think the news came out. So Raw will be without Sami Zayn for the foreseeable future, as the wrestler revealed both his shoulders are busted and surgery is required before he can return. Apparently, Sami Zayn told WWE.com that he has 2 torn rotator cuffs and underwent surgery to fix one of them today in Birmingham, Alabama. This is a statement that he wrote here, and quote, "I guess people don't know about this injury. I've been working with it for some time," Sami explained. I don't know exactly when I tore it. I think I tore it or initially injured it on a Montreal live event, which is ironic because I injured my left shoulder now somewhat famously in Montreal in my Raw debut against John Cena.
Keep him away from
and at a live event this past August wrestling Jinder Mahal, I think I injured it then. He continued on and said, but then my left shoulder, aka my bad shoulder, started to act up again as well. That shoulder hasn't quite been the same since surgery anyway. So I had just kind of gotten used to the fact that shoulder was the bad one. But it started to get progressively worse. So basically, long story short, it turns out that I have 2 torn rotator cuffs. The left one and the right one are both torn. I just underwent surgery on the right one, and then in about 6 or 7 weeks, I'll be undergoing surgery on the left one, and hopefully I can come back healthy and happy. You gotta think about it, okay? You know, you just gotta feel for this guy. You really do. Yeah.
You gotta keep him away from Montreal too.
Yeah, no more wrestling in his hometown. But no, I feel him. I think he just needs to chill out sometimes with the in-ring stuff. I know he likes to book his own matches like crazy, and just cool it down a little bit. I see sometimes he just does a little too much. I mean, you're a heel now. You don't have to do all those flips, and you can work your own pace. And it's crazy. I guess he's injury prone in a way because he injured his shoulder with Cena. He really didn't do anything.
Yeah,
he was just celebrating.
He just flailed his arms in a way.
Yeah,
you can tell too when they replay it. It's like, oh man, he just.
Wow! At least he worked the match. I'll give him that. So as much as I don't find him interesting. I mean, he's still a solid wrestler, and people like him. He's also a good person, so it's unfortunate, for what happened. But hopefully, this is he'll pick it back up, and maybe he'll use this time to improve whatever he needs to do, so that we can. I'm pretty sure. Will he come back as a face? Who knows? But
he needs to.
He'll get cheered again. That's the thing. So
yeah. Or they'll do like a Rollins where he comes back cheered and he fucks over the crowd.
But then I think he'll turn face eventually. And then have a feud with Owens again, and I don't know.
The Ambrose.
Feud that never ends.
Yeah, no, the feud that never ends. I know. Him and Ambrose. The feud that fucking never ends.
Him and Ambrose? Not him and Ambrose.
Him and Owens. Oh, I'm sorry. Him and Owens.
No, dude, I
don't say Ambrose.
I forgot about it. Ambrose. It's kind of fucked up, but I still don't miss him yet.
Really? I think he needs to come back.
He should come back maybe by SummerSlam. That's about it. But
yeah, I think he needs to come
by SummerSlam. He'll be back, hopefully. It's weird to say because I don't really like Ambrose that much either. But you kind of need something on Raw right now. You could tell they need something. There's always something missing every time I tune into the show.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I hear you. Now,
and that's rare.
It's weird, but we know what? At the end of the day, it's just one of those things where it's just so weird how the fuck you get injured like that. You know what I mean? Now, I'll be real with you. I think when he comes back, he's pushed. If you think that he's going to be a world champ, it's not happening now.
It's not.
Was he even getting a push?
It's not happening.
I mean,
that push is what with Lashley, that feud that I want to forget about.
yeah, I know.
That's a push.
I know. So, moving along here, because again, hopefully it makes a speedy recovery. Apparently last week, when we were not live, we didn't do a show last week, but one of the news that came out was that Ring of Honor was planning to do a show at Madison Square Garden, right? And this was big. This was huge. The fact that, hey, Nikki be doing a show at Madison Square Garden, apparently for 2019. Their planning was to debut the show at the Garden for WrestleMania weekend, the Saturday that WWE says take over Brooklyn, right? During WrestleMania weekend next year, right? That would have been huge. But apparently, WWE put a hold on that, or Vince McMahon did.
Oh, man.
So, Ring of Honor won't be running a per person sheet, okay? It looks like Ring of Honor won't be running a Madison Square Garden show after all, at least for the foreseeable future, according to COO Joe Koff. Koff told PW Insider that the World of Famous Arena pulled the date after MSG execs had a conversation with officials from WWE. This is what he explained. This is what Joe Koff, again, Ring of Honor COO, explained, right? And quote, "We had a deal with Madison Square Garden. We had a deal with the Garden. And then they told us they were backing out after communications from WWE. We are not able to get any other dates in any kind of discussion. I'm expecting that our lawyers will be contacting all the parties involved, and the best we can hope is that we can find a resolution so we can bring the kind of energy and excitement that ROH and our partner New Japan to a bigger audience and to a bigger arenas to the fans of New York City." Apparently as well, they also talked about AAA running at the venue as well. And here's the thing about it, okay? Do I think that what WWE is doing is fucked up? Absolutely. I think it's stupid. Because first of all, I get it. It's their home, right? Madison Square Garden is the mecca for WWE. I understand that shit. But bruh, y'all motherfuckers keep using the fucking Barclays Center every single time y'all come to New York. You guys go to the fucking Barclays Center. I remember listening to the WrestleMania 35 press conference, right? Weeks before WrestleMania 34, right? And they even said it, that the Barclays Center is starting to become now the new home for WWE in New York.
Dude, it is the new home because, like, WrestleMania weekend, all the shows are going to be at the Barclays Center.
Exactly,
not even one show at MSG. Not even one. Just think about that.
A bunch of hogs.
I don't agree with that. I think it's fucked up.
Dude, MSG must be charging them hella money if they can't even do one show at MSG.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, let's assume for a minute, okay, that they're gonna go through with the show, which I think they will. I think they will honestly go through with the show, right? That's my belief. Somewhere down the road, this shit will get worked out, and they'll actually have a show at MSG. I'll be real with you. I do not think they will sell out the Garden itself.
Aren't they going to the theater?
From what they're making it seem like, they're gonna try to do the Garden.
What the fuck?
Garden.
Yeah, the actual Garden.
No way.
They not the
really?
Would have said that.
You gotta keep this in mind, bro. Ring of Honor is looking at how fast tickets sold for All In.
True.
And because of the success of All In, they're gonna try to take a gamble with Ring of Honor doing a show at Madison Square Garden. A huge gamble. I agree with you on that, especially WrestleMania weekend, where everyone from everyone around the world is gonna be there, right, for that weekend. Right. And you do your big show at the Garden. Now, granted, if I were them, I would have done the show Friday, compete with the Hall of Fame, not with TakeOver Brooklyn 5 or where the fuck is going to be at, right?
Oh, no, yeah. I don't think they're going to be there in 2019, are they?
Yeah, again, bro, it's going to be in New York. So TakeOver Brooklyn 5 is going to be at the Barclays Center.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a huge mistake to probably do that, but I can respect them trying.
Wait, so they would do it? So they're planning on doing it WrestleMania weekend next year?
Yeah,
So apparently the plan was, okay, the whole time, if they're going to get through with the Garden, right, have the show be ran during WrestleMania weekend, right?
But it would be Friday, right? Not during TakeOver.
No, it's probably going to be Saturday.
Yeah, the TakeOver show.
Oh, wow.
That was the plan.
Yeah. Now, that's a gamble.
Now, listen, I think for Ring of Honor to try to, again, go to the Garden, I think it's a bold move. Every time, whenever they come to New York, they'll go to the Hammerstein Ballroom at the Manhattan Center, which I've been to numerous times. Walt, I know you've been there as well before. And it's a cool environment to be in. It's a cool environment. You get that, Ring of Honor feel, right? That smarky, dorky, geeky fan feel, if you will, right? And I remember there was a time where Ring of Honor did their shows at Terminal 5, where we went to, which was the worst experience of all time. The worst experience of all time, right? And people were demanding they go back to the Hammerstein, which they did. And
it's just not, it's not for a wrestling show.
And granted, you can make the argument that the Ring of Honor relies way too much on New Japan Pro Wrestling to sell tickets, which they do. I'll agree with you on that. They rely so much on New Japan.
They have to. I mean, what interesting stuff do they have nowadays just by himself?
Nothing really. Just the Young Bucks and Cody. I don't know, but the point of the matter is right now, I think what WWE doing is way fucked up. It's just so stupid. It's so especially when you're partnering up with companies like Progress and ICW over in the UK to launch your NXT UK, right? You're allowing, especially when you allow those talents to wrestle still on the indie circuit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird because, I don't know why he would just deny this. Maybe ROH loses money out of this, They could lose money just doing this show, so why don't you want them to do it?
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Maybe it's because they didn't ask Vince first.
Do they have to ask you first?
Yeah, you kind of do. It's his house, basically. It's Madison Square Garden in the fine print, Vince's house.
Word, Vince's house. Look here, pal. Come here, Joe Koff. Come here, pal. Come here, pal.
They've been doing shows there since God knows when.
Yeah, I know. I guess, again, the fact that, hey, another company that's not WWE doing a show at the Garden is like, damn, bruh. I'm surprised that WWE hasn't stopped the UFC for doing a show at the Garden.
They can't.
They can't. It's not
that's not that. Yeah, that's
combat sports.
And besides, Dana White and Vince aren't. They got a solid relationship now. I'm assuming. So
yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah, reading the comments here, Dave Sakuration, WWE did what they're doing to ROH like 2 years ago during Mania Weekend to TNA. I don't recall that. I don't remember that 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Dallas. To be fair, though, TNA didn't even do a WrestleMania Weekend show in Dallas anyway at the time. So I doubt that, But other than that, I guess it's stupid, it's dumb, it's ridiculous to think that they can even try to do that. Before we wrap up, a couple of little things right here. Apparently, WWE has announced the Mae Young Classic dates, I guess, for 2018. According to WWE.com, they'll be filmed on August 8th and 9th from Folsom University in Orlando. The event will be streamed on the WWE Network, but they'll be released. But the way it'll be released was mentioned in the announcement. As again, I remember last year, right? The events were binge-worthy chunks, unlike the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, which were uploaded one episode a week. Triple H was quoted on saying, "We are thrilled to once again present the Mae Young Classic and provide a global showcase for 32 of the top female talents from around the world. Last year's event was a significant milestone in WWE's women's evolution, and I'm confident that this year's event will break even more barriers."
So it's the same thing. It's 4 episodes every week or something.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the winner is gonna get, like with last time, is gonna fight Shayna Baszler, because that's what she said on NXT tapings. Spoiler,
Probably
sorry.
Probably so. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But guys, this has been fun. Anything you want to add before we wrap up the show?
No, man, this was a nice little show. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to add anything because it's been, I think we covered mostly everything we had to cover. I guess Undertaker, if you want to talk about him just for 2 seconds.
Yeah,
him going. Yeah, him returning to MSG, and he might have a SummerSlam match. It's crazy.
Apparently, from what I'm reading here, it looks like Undertaker is planning on returning for SummerSlam, apparently. Try to find the article.
Yeah.
Try to find the article. I mean, BS.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna wrestle in July in MSG, but I don't know about SummerSlam. Sheesh. Although SummerSlam needs it, man. It's been a while since the SummerSlam card's been like.
You're like BS.
I don't know. I feel like it's lacking every time. Like, there's always something missing at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
You think so?
Like last year, it was just.
What happened last year? Huh?
It was only one match, that Fatal 4-Way.
Who's in the Fatal 4-Way?
It was Lesnar, Strowman, Reigns, and Joe.
Oh, yeah.
So and everything else felt.
So
was that Cena and AJ as well?
No.
Oh, man,
it was Cena and Corbin.
Oh no!
It was AJ and Owens.
Yeah, that show sucked.
Yeah, that show was only one match show.
So it turns out, okay, that. Let me see here.
What?
Leslie Kane, the main event, 34.
He changed his mind.
Try to find out who he's facing. So, okay, so Undertaker's gonna team up with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman to take on Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, and Elias.
Oh yeah, the MSG show.
Yeah, the MSG show. But apparently, there's been talks of him having a planned storyline for SummerSlam. Did you hear about that?
Oh my god, this guy.
There's a storyline out for them. Mike, do you mind spreading some news on that real quick for me? Spread the word. What's this relied on? What's this about?
Yeah, since Taker is pretty much gonna be at MSG, Taker wanted, probably to go on SummerSlam. Don't know who he's gonna face, but this pretty much has the notion of if they have Taker on SummerSlam, then pretty much Seth Rollins is gonna face Taker.
Say that again, man. You're cutting off, bro. Bro, you're cutting off. Say that again. You're cutting off, bro.
Okay, so since Taker is probably going to be on SummerSlam, that's pretty much given the notion that Seth Rollins is going to be facing facing Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. And since Taker will probably be on the card, it'll be like a big deal because Vince probably doesn't think that Seth Rollins can, make the card seem big enough to, face Brock Lesnar. They just need something to tip it over just a little bit in hype.
Fair enough.
That sounds
rad,
weird.
Bro.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, though.
We'll see.
I mean, I guess Taker having another match. It depends who he faces, too.
And also, he's going to be at that Australian thing, too, later in the year. So,
yeah, that one was obvious.
That'd be like him fighting what? That'll be his third time this year. I'm talking about him fighting overall. This would be his third match if he fights at SummerSlam. It'll be the Greatest Royal Rumble, MSG, and the SummerSlam, and then the Australian thing. So 4 matches a year this year, if that happens.
He's preparing. Yeah. I think he's just wrestling. He wants to be. I guess he doesn't want ring rust. I guess I don't know.
Either that, or this could be like him.
His final run.
Yeah, his final run. Yeah, this could be the notion of that too, and then it all ending at 35.
Yeah, hopefully
that's famous.
Exactly.
That should be his final run right here.
Yeah. But the fact that they're doing him and Triple H again is just disgusting. I don't like that.
I mean, hey, man, you know, it's the end of an era. Part 2, Motherflower.
Part 2, yeah. What,
yeah, it's like once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime.
28 was supposed to feel special. That's it. No more.
And that sucks. That was the first WrestleMania I bought in a while, too, was the end of an era. That was the first WrestleMania I bought in a while. I can see it again and possibly see the same thing with Shawn Michaels being a guest referee again. Terrible. Terrible.
It won't have the same feeling.
It won't. I would be dead inside when that match is going on. Unless they do something astronomically good.
It was weird. Like, the end of an era when they said that, I thought it was like, oh, are these guys done?
Like retirement.
I thought, Taker should have been done, but...
Yeah, because that was Taker's last good match.
Well, his match with Punk wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't like that.
Ass handed to him.
You know what's sad? That Mania was so bad that was the best match was the Taker match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, Motherflower.
That's how bad that Mania was.
It's an abomination. But you guys know what, though? It's been fun. It's been awesome, guys. You guys are fucking amazing as always, Motherflowers. So I can say right now, you guys are so fucking amazing as always, Motherflowers, for real, for real. Again, thank you guys for catching the show this week. We'll be back, not next week, because again, next week I'll be gone in Cancun. So we'll be back the week after. We'll be back in July. I know, it's weird. We're gone. Okay, we'll be back, I want to say, by July the 6th, the show will be back. I'm going to Cancun, all right? I'll be back eventually. I'm going to miss you guys. Seriously. I'll be back. Again, the show will be back July the 6th. Did I get that right? Motherfucker, did I get that right? Maybe, I know. Maybe.
I guess. I'm not an account. Yeah. I don't know where. I have no calendar right now.
July 6th, yeah. The show will be back July 6th.
You got that right.
The show will be back July 6th, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this podcast is available on numerous platforms. iTunes, Stitcher Radio. All right? iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, YouTube.com/HeelSteve, my YouTube channel. Also, we're available over at Spotify. If you have Spotify, follow us there. Download the show there as well, motherfuckers. Why the fuck not? You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Walter, hit it, cuz.
Yes. You can follow me on Twitter at HeyI'mWalter.
Big Mike, take us home.
You can follow me on Twitter at Big Mike 1995-19 and on YouTube at Big Mike's Wrestling Recap Show.
That's right, guys. Check him out over there as well. All right, Motherflowers, it's been awesome. You guys have been the shit. We're out, Motherflowers. Peace out, Motherflower. I'll see you on July.